So this video we'll be getting everything labelled and the engine out, but before we start any of that we've got to clean up my wee working area here. So the Puma is going to be moved, so I'm just going to move that now, and then I'm going to get the wheels on the 150 and get it moved into the optimum position for the crane so we're all safe. Right, so I'm going to do that now. So now that's moved out the way, I've got all this space here to move Pio around about and get the engine out and in safely. Puma's moved, I've brushed up a wee bit, I've also stuck the front wheels on the 150 and I'm going to push it about until I find where I'm going to keep it, and then we'll jack it up again, get the wheels off, drive shafts popped out, and then that's where wherever I decide to put it will be where it is getting swapped. I'm just going to go and start disconnecting everything that needs to be, you know, like I've just done the expansion tank. I thought you were recording but you weren't. Exhaust, electricals, etc, etc. So I'm just going to get cracked onto that. I'm not really sure where everything is, so just trial and error. Going to get the two bolts up there and disconnect the exhaust from the manifold. Next on the agenda is, can you see blue sensor up there? Well, that's the oxygen sensor, which is attached to the exhaust rather than the manifold. So, got to get that out. Just going to take this bolt out here. Well, not out, but so that's one connector done. Okay, got it. It's just a very, very long push clip, so you've got to get it a certain way. Not got the wee one next to it yet, so I'm going to try and do that too. So what I did with this one is, I slid my smallest Allen key in. This one was already bent, so that's perfect. In, and then down, and then you pop it out. They're very long. So what I'm going to do now is label these. I'm not sure what, but let's do it. So masking tape and a felt tip pen. I'm going to call the one with the thread on it thread pin. What's also good about this is, if I mess up or forget where things go, I can just look back on this. So, thank you. I'm just going to pop the fuel line off. I've already labelled it there. I've had the fuel pump disconnected for about a week, but just in case. There's still fuel in the lines. Oh, not a drop. Hello everybody, it is now Thursday night. So what we're going to do is we're going to get everything ready and we're going to lift the new engine out of Snoopy onto that pallet there. I'm just taking off the power steering bottle now, and I'm going to track it back and do the pump in a wee bit. So there's a bolt here, here and here. That's the only three I've found so far, but there might be more. Oh my god. What a mess. Right, tools. That's us done for the night. It's Thursday night, the engine's out of Snoopy the March 7. Oh, I'm so excited to get him back and without the engine in him. Tomorrow we're finishing up the last parts of the prep work and disconnecting, and then the engine's coming out. Oh, I'm so excited. I'll see you tomorrow. Well guys, it's Friday night now. The new engine's sitting there ready to go. I'm hoping to get everything done either tonight or tomorrow morning and get this engine lifted out, and then the new engine can't go straight in because I'm waiting on a couple of things that I'm not going to tell you about yet because it's quite cool, quite exciting. So we're going to spend time on the ground swapping the loom over and that and making sure everything's perfect. So first I'm going to take the bonnet off for some more room. I'm going to take them off, leave the brackets on, but first I'm going to draw around the bolts with a wee pen. Here we go. got that sturdy. I've just done the PE system power steering because the high pressure line was still linked obviously on the engine, so just done that. I didn't have an 18mm, which is what the nut is, but there's a guy, a nice man just working there, right there, who asked him for it if he had an 18mm and he said he didn't, but I could go to his house and get one, so that's what I did, and he gave me the whole set to borrow, and absolutely brilliant. It would have been scunnered without him, so big thanks to him, nice man. Next we're going to do bell housing bolts, not totally but most of them, and then get ready to lift. So I'm just loosening them off, I'm not taking them fully all the way out. I need to get myself one of these Halfords Deluxe sets, man. They're really nice, very good quality. It looks like we're lifting first thing tomorrow, so that's Saturday morning we're lifting. I think everything's done, absolutely everything apart from these two earth bolts. Let me show you. Do you see them there? They're all labelled and everything, but they were all corroded, so I started cutting them with my Dremel, but the Dremel died and now it won't hold a charge. And the grinder's too big to get in, so what we're going to have to do is the wee guy from Ukraine that was helped me earlier and gave me his socket set and that, he's given me a belt sander, a wee mini belt sander to get in, because I asked him to give me a hand and he couldn't get in either. So that's tomorrow, cut them out, and now we're lifting. We're lifting, unless, obviously, I think I've done everything, but it's my first engine swap, so I'm prepared to jack that up and have some resistance. So I'm prepared for that, so hopefully it's fine, it comes up no bother, and obviously I'm leaving the gearbox in. A lot of people was going to say, oh that's stupid, you know, you're doing it the hard way. It's either going to be fine, or it's going to be a mistake that I never make again, and I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy to learn a lesson or get it right, so that's fine. Tomorrow morning, belt sander, them off, lift. That's the plan. I will see you in the morning. It's Saturday morning, I've got the belt sander. Let's get these earths sanded off and get the engine lifted. Okay, that's the earths out. That tool was amazing, thank God for that wee man, legend. Let's get the hoist hooked up, ready to lift, and just make sure that all the bolts are undone on the gearbox. Let's do it! Top engine mount, just going to crack it off a wee touch. I've already did it earlier, a bit more. I'm just going to separate the bell housing bolts. The gearbox is jacked up, the mount's tight. Both mounts are off the engine, all bolts are out. Everything's connected, hope to God, disconnected, hope to God it's disconnected. So I'm just going to be very nice and gentle and give it a wee pry. Quite fiddly to be honest. This is probably why everybody says, you know, take the box out with the engine, but kind of having fun. And get the hose a wee wiggle. I'm lifting. I thought you were recording, you weren't. I've just realised. So where we are is the bell housing bolts have been undone. Turns out there was still one in there hidden. I will show you how I missed it once I've got this free. It is now 8 o'clock. I've been at this since 2. We're going to do it. Where we are now is I think I've got the spline out because I've got massive gap between gearbox and the engine, but I'm wedged in, so I'm lifting up the timing cover side to try and wiggle it out. Right guys, it's 8:30 AM on Sunday. You're seeing this today. I got it unstuck. We're lifting right now. Let's do it. Right everybody, that's the engine out. Let me show you what it looks like now. There we go. Wow, what an effort that was, but oh, it feels so good to get it out. So, this is Sunday, you're seeing this today. Next week, or midweek, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look. We're going to swap the looms, we're going to tidy up the bay, make sure everything's where it should be. If anything got damaged in the lift, we'll replace that. I'm waiting on something very, very exciting. I'm not telling you yet. We'll be here on Monday, tomorrow. I'm also waiting on engine mount. The dog bone, I was going to maybe replace that, you know, jack the gearbox up and replace it, but it turns out it's only just been replaced. I did give it a wee check. It's a AirTech one or something, polybushed. So I'm waiting on Powerflex mounts for the upper left. I'm waiting on something very nice, something very, very lovely, beautiful in fact. So then we'll swap the loom, get everything ready, and then we'll drop it in. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a very talky video, but this video is the culmination of a whole week working for me, so it's been a bit all over the place, but I've tried to do my best. Oh, lots of snags, lots of headaches, but we got there in the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.